Okay, so get this, right? Like a total cult classic, but like in musical form. We're gonna do a deep dive on this new Heathers movie musical, but like from what we know so far.
Yeah, so this is like early days, right? It's all based on like one really into it fan's like breakdown, but still, there's
What?
something, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, some people are already calling this like the movie musical event of the decade, so gotta stay ahead of the game. Plus, this source, they really seem to know their stuff.
For sure. For sure. And what's really interesting to me here is like how they're going to make this, this really dark comedy work as a musical. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Like tone is so important for Heather's, right? It's got to be like sharp and witty, but also like really messed up at the same time.
Exactly. It's a tricky balance.
Totally. So like big question mark for me there. But okay, so bottom line, like when can we actually see this thing, right? Release date, anyone?
Well, according to our source, August 17, 2026. That's the date they have.
Okay, so not tomorrow, but like, not forever away either. Got it. So in the meantime, we got to obsess over like who's going to play who.
Right, the casting, right? So for JD, the like bad boy heartthrob,
Hmm.
Mason Thames.
Okay, I can see that like he's got that kind of brooding thing going on.
Yep. And for Veronica, Ava Grace.
Interesting. Okay, and what about the Heathers? Like that's got to be like perfect casting, right?
Right. So McKenna Grace is Heather Chandler.
Okay, I can see that like she can totally pull off that like queen bee vibe.
Uh-huh. And then Ariana Greenblatt is Heather Duke.
Ooh, interesting choice. Like she was awesome in what was it, Avengers?
Yeah, Infinity War and Endgame. And Freya Sky is going to be Heather McNamara.
Okay, less familiar with her, but hey, new faces. Gotta be
Oh,
hopeful.
yeah, absolutely. It's always exciting to see like who they bring in, to breathe new life into these characters. And our source seems really excited about these choices.
Right, right. And then like we can't forget the guys like Kurt and Ram.
Right. The like stereotypical jocks. So
Right.
for Kurt Kelly, we got Walker Scobell.
Wait, like the kid from the Atom Project?
That's him. Yeah. And for Ram, it's Arian Simhadri.
Okay, cool, cool. Like it's kind of wild to see like all these actors from like completely different genres coming together for this.
Right, right. I mean, it's like you've got Marvel stars, you've got like family movie actors, and they're all going to be in like this dark high school musical. It's kind of crazy.
Totally. Okay, so casting, check. But like what about the actual movie itself? Like any sneak peeks, anything?
Well, apparently the trailer's out there, like floating around.
Juicy, juicy. And what's like the big talk, the buzz?
So like there's this one scene, right, in the song You're Welcome, and apparently Walker Scobell, like as Kurt Kelly, is like getting a little too close to Veronica, like Ava Grace's character.
Ooh, scandalous, like inappropriate touching kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, basically. And our source was like really emphasizing this, like it's clearly a moment that stuck out.
Right, right. Like that's not something you'd necessarily expect from him?
Exactly. It makes you wonder, like, are they trying to like make Kurt more complex? You know, like less of a straight up jock stereotype.
Interesting, yeah. Like maybe they're exploring the whole like toxic masculinity thing in a new way.
Could be, yeah. And the source even says like Scobell's doing stuff that people wouldn't think of him to do. So it sounds like they're really pushing the boundaries with his character.
Okay, so maybe Kurt's not just gonna be like the typical dumb jock? Like maybe there's more to him.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so that's one thing, but like there's got to be more, right? Like what about the Heathers themselves? Like are they still like super vicious?
Oh, it sounds like they're definitely still bringing the drama. Like there's this scene in the trailer during Shine a Light Reprise, which
Yeah.
by the way, if you've seen the musical, it's like this huge emotional moment. And apparently Ariana Greenblatt's Heather Duke is like straight up yelling at Freya Sky's Heather McNamara.
Oh, wow. Okay, so like serious tension there.
Big time. And, the original Heathers, it was all about like power dynamics and, how these girls like manipulate each other. So it seems like the musical is going to really dive into that too. Like how these friendships, can be so toxic.
Right. And like even though it's a dark comedy, there's also like this real sadness to it, right? Like these girls are like hurting each other, but they're also like hurting inside.
Totally. And it sounds like this new adaptation might be like even more raw and emotional, like really exploring those darker aspects of their relationships.
Okay, so like I gotta say, I'm kind of getting chills here. Like this is starting to sound like actually really good.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe too. Like they're not just going to like rehash the old story. It feels like they're really trying to say something new with it.
Right. Right. Which honestly, that's what I'm most excited for. Like I love the original Heathers, but it's like 30 years old at this point. It needs
Yeah.
a fresh perspective.
Absolutely. And that's kind of what I keep coming back to with this whole thing. Like, it's not just about like remaking a classic. It's about like what that classic means to us now, in 2025.
Totally. Totally. Like, what does it say about like high school, about popularity, about, all that stuff? But in today's world,
Exactly. And I think that's like a really powerful thing, to
yeah.
take something that was so iconic and make it relevant to a whole new generation.
Okay, so like we've covered a lot here, like release date, casting, trailer buzz, all that. But like, what's the like one big takeaway? What should people be thinking about?
Well, I think the big thing is like, don't go into this expecting just a carbon copy of the original.
Yeah.
Like, be open to the fact that they're going to change things up, they're going to introduce new ideas, and they're going to make it their own.
Right. And honestly, like, I think that's what's going to make it so good. Like, if they just tried to, like, remake the original beat for beat, it would be, like, boring.
Yeah. Totally. You need that element of surprise. You need that fresh perspective to keep it interesting.
Totally. Totally. Like, give me something new. Give me something I haven't seen before, but, like, still capture that, like, essence of Heathers.
Exactly. And I think that's what they're going for here.
Okay. So, like, final thought, right, for our listeners, like, what do you want them to, like, chew on, after this deep dive?
Good question. I think, like, the big thing for me is, like, what aspects of the original do you hope they keep? You know? Like, what are the things that you absolutely need to see in this new version? And then, like, flip side, what are you open to them changing? Like, what are you curious to see reimagined?
That's a good one. Like, what do you want to see stay the same and what do you want to see be different? And, like, how can they do both?
Exactly. It's a delicate balance, but I think they can pull it off.
Okay. So, there you have it, folks. Heathers, the movie musical, coming August 17th, 2026. Be there or be square.
And until then, keep those theories coming because this is just the beginning.
We will.